Hey everybody, Mike Steele here with Barbecue Champs Academy Live, and we have got a great show lined up for you tonight. Mr. Daryl and Latricia Walker with Sweetie's Barbecue, and the champ is in the house, Mr. Craig Carter with Aces Wild. Got a great show lined up for you. We've been in the back chat room talking for the last 10-15 minutes, having a blast talking. And I hope everybody is going to have a great show with us as well. Once again, as you come in, let us know where you're at. Of course, we got him back to number one again. In a close second, Emily is right behind him. These two are always 1 and 2 usually. So it's who can beat who for the first comment of the night. We appreciate both of y'all as always being with us. As you come in, pop in, say hello. Let us know where you're from. We always like to see how far we're reaching across this great country in the U.S., And yes, hot is not even the word. I was just sitting there talking to Daryl and Chris just a second ago, and it's 94 degrees. The humidity is 71%, and the heat index is 118 degrees. In Shreveport right now, it is absolutely miserable. So I can only imagine. I don't know if y'all have the humidity, John, up there that we do, but I mean, to be at 94 degrees and late in the afternoon and 70% humidity, it's just not fun. So anyway, let's see what we got. Hey guys, 219 degrees in Fort Worth. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is miserable over there as well. Too much heat. Let's see. Hello from stormy Middle Tennessee. Yep, it's Stephen. I hope you're doing well and hope the storms aren't too bad. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we had happen here in Shreveport. Good pool weather, yeah, that's for sure. Let's see, howdy from Lubbock, 107 degrees. That is ridiculous. So, hey everybody, Marble Falls, 106, heat index 116. Well, we're right behind you. So to give you the how that is, it's 94 here. We have a heat index, I think it was either 112 or 116 as well, and it's only 94 degrees. Our humidity is absolutely miserable here. So anyway, let's see who else. We had Twisted Boot Barbecue here. Thank you, Paul, for being here. Mr. Danny Titus, when did you get electric back on? When did you get electric back on? Good evening, Mike. I've had it for a while, man. You know, January sometime. We've got like once again a great show lined up for tonight. We had a really bad storm come through Shreveport here on Friday morning at about 1 o'clock. Man, we had some 80 to 100 mile an hour straight line winds. Total devastation in our city with the power grid. I got to ride around. I do a lot of pool maintenances and service work, and man, I went into one neighborhood and it looked like an absolute war zone. I saw some 18 to 26 inch big, massive 80-foot live oaks or red oaks and white oaks. 3 or 4 of them just laid over on top of each other. And kind of was noticing there was several of them that we noticed 20, 30 foot off the ground that was just broken in half. And I was like, man, that almost looks like a tornado. We ended up finding out that there was an EF1 that went through that area, and they said it was a half-mile wide. And I have never seen so many trees in one tight neighborhood. Beautiful. It's a little older neighborhood, beautiful houses in. It's a pretty expensive neighborhood. And I mean, just some absolutely gorgeous trees are laid everywhere. And luckily, only about 4 or 5 houses that I've seen were hit. For as many trees that was knocked over, I'm surprised it did not get more. I saw a couple of them went right through the middle of a house. I saw one of them go through somebody's travel trailer. It crushed it all the way down to the axles. I saw one that had fallen across somebody's van, crushed it all the way down to the ground. So it was pretty brutal. My dad just now got power, and this happened at Friday morning at 1 a.m. He just got power today, and they're still saying that it's going to probably be another 3 to 4 days for some of those in the hard hit areas gets power as well. So man, we've had some crazy storms. Kind of lucky that we got our power turned on pretty quick, and we was able to have our show tonight because I was a little worried about that at first. So anyway, keep all those in your prayers, especially all these linemen. To be in this kind of extreme heat and the conditions they're working in, it's pretty miserable. Lance, thank you here from the Lone Star State, 108 degrees, too dang hot. You can keep it all the way from Connecticut. Thank you, Christopher, for being with us. Jeffrey, thank you for joining us tonight. Mr. Bill Purvis, what's up, brother? Glad you're with us. And Gordon, I'll put up late effect snow over crazy weather. Yep, that's for sure. So, doing pretty good, Michael. Hope you're doing well. And no humidity here, though. So I guess I can't. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's the deadgum humidity that sucks. So, Bill, yeah, it was pretty amazing. I got some crazy videos that I've filmed for a buddy of mine that's Joshua Campbell, Mr. Catfish. I sent some, said, man, you need to come over here. There's more firewood here. It would take you stinking 2 years to split all the wood that's on the ground that's over here. Mr. Danny Helms, thank you, brother, for being with us. We appreciate it. And I don't know where everybody is tonight. We only got 17 folks on here. Usually we're around 50, 60 folks. So anyway, maybe it's too deadgum hot. They're probably in a deadgum pool of water trying to stay cool. So I could tell some storms weather spotted as a fire. Yeah, it's pretty miserable, that's for sure. So anyway, real quick, I always like to thank our partners, Prairie Fresh, thank you, Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop, Mr. Brian Crawford, Gunnar Wilhelm Knives, best knives on the market, Dustin at the barbecue store. We appreciate him and all he does for us. All queued up, Mr. John Lindsay and Miss Gail with Daigle's barbecue sauces and rubs. Got some amazing product, and appreciate all of them. If you're looking for stuff, guarantee you check them out. They got some good products for you. Everyone is gathering firewood. Yeah, I'm telling you what, buddy, there is a ton of it on the ground. So anyway, well, we're going to get started early. I'm not seeing a ton of folks come in. We usually like to give everybody a chance. Looks like we've kind of peaked out. Kind of a slow night tonight. So I'm sure they'll come back and catch it like they always do on the reruns, so they can come in and watch it. That's the great thing. So let's bring in a couple of guests. First one up, man, the man and the young lady behind him that is really rolling right now. He's on cloud nine. So Mr. Daryl and Latricia Walker with Sweeties Barbecue. Hey, guys and gals, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good. Other than the dang heat, I can't complain.
Man, it's hot out there.
It's hot. He's about 60 miles south of us in a little town of Natchitoches, Louisiana, where Still Magnolias was filmed. So if you've seen the film Still Magnolia, that's where Mr. Daryl is and Miss Latricia.
I like the way you cleaned that up.
Yeah, I had Magnolia on my mind, and yeah, it just came out before the Natchitoches part. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about what Sweetie's got going on down in the great little city of Natchitoches. And also, we got to bring in the champ. This guy doesn't need a whole lot of introduction if he's in the SCA, folks. Mr. Craig Carter with Aces Wild, the 2022 SCA Ancillary World Champion. And we appreciate you being with us tonight, Craig. How are you doing, brother? You doing good? On. Yeah, appreciate it. You've been great. Been doing good. Good.
City. Hot and humid.
Yeah, it's miserable everywhere. I don't think we can escape it. So, it just now started getting hot about 2 weeks ago. So, really we can't complain a whole lot. July is coming. And the way it works down here, it'll be hot till about September, and then it'll start to cool off. So we got about 2.5 months of horrible weather. Then it's pretty nice. I can't complain with our weather here. So, oh, goodness gracious. Who we got? We got Mr. Sweetie, yes, sir. Bill Purvis, Mr. Paul Sweetie. There we
What's
go.
What's up, baby?
That's it. Caitlin Crane.
Put that grind on them.
That's it, baby. Where's my bread pudding? That's for sure. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So, oh, goodness gracious. Well, I'm going to kick things off with Daryl real quick. Daryl, man, I tell you what, you had an incredible weekend this weekend. Went over to Lovington, New Mexico, IBCA cook-off. It's an automatic bid to the Jack if you grand champion it. It's one of the few states that I think there's a couple of them. Bill Purvis probably knows, but I don't think there's but maybe 1 or 2 states that it's one shot and you're done, and if you get it, you're in. So I want to know a little bit about Sweetie. I want to know about you. I want to know about how you got started into barbecue. I want to know your journey from where it led from that and how in the world you got into competition.
Well, my mom and dad, they some real good cooks, soul food cooks. So my dad, he loves to barbecue and stuff like that, and it just kind of started watching him, and I like the crowd that used to come to the house, the friends, the cousins, the sisters and brothers, and they like to dance and, you know, uh, listen to music and, just have a good time. And that's how it all
Hmm.
started for me. And I
Right.
just like to watch him barbecue and just like he would always barbecue and dance and, have a good time. And I just always wanted to, do that. So
Right.
every time you see me at a competition and I win something, it's a good time. I feel like my dad is there watching.
There you
So
go. That's
man, it's
good.
just and
That's
that's how it all started for us.
I got you. I got you. So, how long had you been cooking barbecue prior to, you getting into competition? I mean, I guess all
Oh
your life, most of your life.
yeah, yeah. I started. My mom, she used to do all the cooking at the churches, so she needed somebody to cook barbecue outside. And I think I was probably 14, 15, and she said, "Well, you're gonna have to do it." And I think I burned up everything on the pit that day.
You got to start somewhere, brother.
I
Hey,
had to start somewhere.
you can only go up from there. So,
It wasn't a YouTube back then, and it wasn't a barbecue champs academy. It wasn't any of that stuff I could watch back then.
I got you. Oh, goodness gracious. So, what made you decide to get into competition, and when did you start doing competitions?
I started doing competitions back in 2014, somewhere
Okay.
2014, 2015, somewhere around up in there.
Kind of backyard stuff.
Yeah, it was all backyard stuff back then, and I
Right.
think a couple of guys they kind of just challenged me because I would always brag on how good I would cook or something like that. So that's how it all started for me.
I
You
got
know,
you.
just doing
I
that
got
backyard cooking.
I got you.
I
So, when
remember,
did you get?
like some little cook-offs close by here, what he would do, and then it kind of got to the point like the next year there was like, oh, if Sweetie's gonna be in it, we're not entering it, kind of thing. And so he's like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out. So maybe they would get, some other people to do it. And I think that's when he kind of started transitioning to doing some other, more professional kind of cooks. Yeah.
Okay. So, when did you get into the IBCA, the BCA stuff like that? Was it a couple years ago?
I think it was probably 4 years ago. I think I probably
About
did my
4.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
And I got my butt handed to me at that competition.
Was that the one in Blanchard? Was that your first cook-off?
No, I think it was the one that was at the marina in Shreveport.
Oh yeah, and Bossier City.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. I
yeah.
remember
That
that.
was
Yeah.
my first one.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great cook-off. That
It was.
a
It really
great,
was.
good cook-off. I think the last time they had it, that was the first time that Nick Dunn, I think, got a grand champion. He always was the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting a grand, and I got reserve grand. I think that was in 2018.
Yeah.
And because I had a grand, a reserve, and then I granded the next week, 2 weekends later down in Marksville. So, but yeah, that was a fun little cook-off down there.
It was,
So,
man, that wind was brutal out there.
yeah, it was brutal, man. It was windy. So that was your first competition. How have you? I mean, do you mainly cook mostly BCA? I see you in a lot of those. I've seen you do a few IBCAs. What other organizations have you cooked? Have you done any KCBS or anything?
Yes, we do KCBS. We do
We did a few
CBAs.
Yeah, we did a few.
Okay.
I just want to be well rounded. I
Right.
kind of I just like competing every weekend.
Right.
My wife, she'd be like, "Man, let's stay home." I'm like, "No, we gotta go."
So, whose idea was it to go to Lovington, New Mexico?
Well, I'll let my wife tell this story.
Yeah, go ahead. I got to hear this 10-hour trip.
Well,
So,
it was his idea, but our good friend Bill is the one who told us about it. And when Sweetie heard Auto Jack, and he was like, "How far is that?" I was like, 10 hours. He was like, "We going." Okay. He's
wow.
like, that weekend, I was like, "No, I don't think so." He's like, "Well, we going." So it wasn't
Wow.
no question about it then.
Yeah. So was that a bucket list for you, man? Did you always want to go to the Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think,
once we start seriously competing and knowing about the different entities or whatever,
Uh-huh.
then we went with James Cruz, and man, I was hooked after that.
Yeah.
okay.
I was hooked after that.
Yeah, because we did the Jack with James, and it was awesome. It's just a great little town to go and just tour and visit and just doing the Jack. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Laura Caldwell, congratulations. Y'all going to the Jack. Exactly.
I see Brady said he was well rounded. I am too, buddy.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, goodness gracious. I know it's got to be a huge deal to be able to, how many grand champions have you had now? This was your second?
This was my second, but this one really meant everything.
Oh, this is everything right here, brother. I mean, it don't get any bigger than that. To be able to win that, I don't know. I asked him. I said, "Has he come off cloud nine?" He said, "No, not yet." And I said, "Man, it'd have to be at least a week for me." So
we're gonna ride this for at least a week.
Yeah, at least a week. Bill says he's well rounded too, and I'm sure he's gonna be really happy to see you at the Jack as well, because Bill did it the hard way. He got his 7. So
yeah, but he knocked it out the way quick.
Yeah, he did. Man, probably the fastest. I don't know if anybody's ever got it as fast as what Bill did. I mean, he had this thing wrapped up 2 months ago. Yeah, he was tearing it up. So, well, that's going to be really, really cool, man. That is so awesome that, you feel it fulfilling your dreams, right? I mean, barbecue is a journey. It's a lot of fun. Barbecue family, there's nothing like it. I absolutely love you two. Y'all are freaking awesome, and I love having fun with you. So anyway, but I'm glad for you. We had a blast. The Barbecue USA is going to start airing on July the 10th. Yeah. We don't know what episode the smoke show is going to be on in Bow Bridge, Louisiana, but Daryl was parked next to me, and we had a lot of fun filming that, and I'm hoping some of that stuff makes the reels because you're gonna be laughing because it was a lot of fun. I mean, do not get me in front of a camera. That's the last thing that you want to do, because I can have a lot of fun in front of a camera. I am not shy. So
I even got him to start dancing on camera.
That's it. That's it. Let's see. Ask him where his trophy. Oh. All right. So Lance brought up a pretty good deal here. I don't know, Craig, if you've seen this, but ask him where the trophies rode in the pickup on the way home. So he had a first place trophy, another couple trophies, and you would think
sitting in the front seat.
He had them seat belted.
Yep.
In the front seat. Yeah, in the front seat of the King Ranch, and ask where Latricia had to sit.
I was gonna say, where's she sitting?
She
in the middle of the back.
Yeah, Miss Daisy got put in the back.
You can see her in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, Miss Daisy got put in the back, and the crazy thing is right before she was shutting the door, he was like, "Oh, turn the massage on."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can see the trophies doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm like going, man, that is.
Man, they really enjoyed that. They really did enjoy it.
Yeah. And then at the last second, one more, push the heat on the seat, because they may want the heat on them. And poor Latricia had to ride 10 hours in the back. So, and I think her what was your answer to him? I'm only going to do this because what?
Yeah, because he had got grand champion for the Auto Jack. That was it. That was
it. That was it. That was what she said. The only reason I'm letting you do this.
Any other time I got to argue with her.
I want some of this bread pudding at the Jack. Yeah, I heard it's pretty dadgum good.
I got you, baby. I got you.
Yep, man, I'm telling you, some good stuff. I got first place. In first place. There you go.
Congrats.
That is awesome. Let's see. Congratulations, sweetie and boss lady. Yep, somebody knows there. So this is
Cynthia. How you doing?
There you go. This is well deserved. Congrats to you all.
Thank you.
That's Cynthia Dorsey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's awesome, man. Well, I know you're extremely happy with all of that, and you got a lot more cook-offs planned for this year up to the Jack. Which kind of your game plan?
I got probably.
We got a few. I don't know. We've been looking at it because we got kids, got travel ball stuff going on, and
it's too dadgum hot to be cooking.
Yeah,
it's hot. Unless your name's Bill Purvis, who can get up and cook food in 4 hours and be done.
Yeah,
it's too. You got to be Bill or Robert for that. So
Yeah.
He
anyway,
had to look at me to know because he'll book 3 things in 3 different states at the same time. I'm like,
wow,
we can't do that this weekend.
that's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
man,
man.
we're
I'm glad she's on my side.
yeah, that's for sure. Somebody's got to keep you together.
Yeah.
That is for
It's
sure.
hard. I tell you, it's hard.
Hey,
Oh,
just
good.
get worried when he starts doing 3 states in one weekend.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I've done it.
I have too. I did it a lot
Yeah.
last year.
yeah. That's tough. So let's get to the champ, Mr. Craig. Man, I know one thing. You had a great year last year. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in all this. We've never had you on the show, and I know you're a great steak cooker as well. But you made I got your dadgum name spelt wrong, don't I? I just now noticed
Hey,
that.
I do catering.
I do CAR. I was like, Craig Cater. That's not what I'm looking for. So,
Mike, you messing with me too much. That's what happened.
yeah, that's right. And the bad thing is, I done took off all the stuff that I was going to put up. I didn't want to accidentally hit it. And I was like, I'm not going to do that to him. I love Sweetie too much. Tell us a little bit. I know, Craig, you're a great cook as well, steak cook as well, and I know I remember talking to Matt. I think it was at the World Championship last year, and he said Craig's going after the SCA Ancillary World Champion. His goal is nothing else. He's going to try to go out and win it. So, tell us a little bit about how you got started in all this and your partnership with Matt. And how you met him. Obviously, you probably met him on the SCA circuit, but let's hear a little bit about your journey and how you got into the state competitions, and then what made you make the transition over to the ancillary stuff.
Unlike Daryl, my mother was a horrible cook.
At least he's honest.
I mean, it was bland. I mean, so growing up, I grew up in a slaughterhouse and a processing plant and around meat and everything, and we had a small farm, so it was just kind of in the winter we ate pork steaks, and
Right.
it was salt and pepper. There wasn't a lot of barbecue sauce. Lowry's,
Right.
that was about it. So it was so cooking. And when I moved out, when I was 20 years old, I was like, I saw Emeril Lagasse on TV, and I was like, this guy's awesome. I'm like, I want to cook like him.
Right.
So I got playing with food and spices and everything, and that's how I got started cooking. And then, of course, going to football games and Kansas City Chiefs games and stuff like that. That's where the catering business came from, and we started barbecuing. I've been actually I barbecued for almost 20 years, and
Okay.
and did pretty well back in the 2000s locally. Didn't do anything big time traveling or anything. But then mom got sick, and after she passed away, the SCA popped up, and kind of hit the SCA hard after that. And as a lot of people in the SCA, I entered my first SCA contest, and I won it.
Wow, your first one?
So yeah, first one. Yep.
Wow.
And
Salt and pepper.
yeah, I was
Salt
hooked.
and pepper. That's it.
Yeah. Salt and pepper. Yep. Actually, it was Montreal steak seasoning and Dale's.
Wow. There you go. Give them what they're used to, right?
Yeah, give them what they're used to. Yeah, exactly. It's what I knew.
Yeah.
And I cooked on the Weber King Ranch, the biggest grill you could possibly have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Wow.
And I still have that grill to this day.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
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 That's awesome.
Anella, and the only reason I keep it around is because Anella from Snake River Farms, she borrows it every year at the American Royal for her hot dog cook.
Wow. That is hilarious.
So, but no, I love barbecue. Been doing more of it. Past couple of years, had some pretty good finishes at the Royal. With Matt and I cooking together and everything, we've got a perfect 180 in dessert and a couple other close ones.
Right.
I think finished 20th in the mid 20s a couple years ago. But
Right.
yeah, I like barbecue. I want to get back into it a little bit more.
Right. So when did you make the transition to? I know it was last year. Matt told me Craig's going after the world champion in ancillaries. So, did you have a culinary like chef stuff? Like, you know, we got one of our cooks, Max Nilsson. He's chefy chef, man. I mean, everything he does, he chefs this stuff up to like crazy levels that I've never even like, you know, like where the heck do you learn all this crap at? So
not really. I've always just been. I always loved just being in the kitchen, and I like making things pretty.
Okay.
The past 2 or 3 years, previous to last year, I was like 10th and 11th, tied for 10th one year, tied for. I mean, it was always a tie, and I was like, if I'm going to do this, go big or go home. And,
right.
And I had to keep my catering. My catering is my moneymaker, so I had to keep that in mind and juggling that. And Catherine put up a good fight. I mean, she was right there the whole time, and it was. I mean, I had to take part of June off, June and July because of catering. So I mean, there was a lot of times I was running, get back to the 3 states in one weekends. It was playing catch up.
Right.
So,
right.
But, it was worth it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun.
Pretty cool.
It was fun. I met a lot of really, really nice people, cool people all across the country from Seattle to South Carolina. I mean,
everywhere. Yeah.
People would call and be like, "Hey, you need anything? You're coming out here. I see you're flying out here. You need anything? Call me." And
that's awesome.
There's a lot of good people in the SCA and the barbecue world.
Yeah. The steak and barbecue community it's kind of crazy. I mean, we call it our barbecue family. It's the steak family as well.
Yeah.
The same thing that we experience in barbecue, y'all experience in steak as well. Daryl, you know, you can get a little bit closer to her. She makes you look a lot better. There we go. So there we go. She makes you look so much better. I mean, you're almost like I don't know if I understand you want her to have the limelight because we know who the real cook is in Sweeties. That's what I had posted up earlier. So anyway, there we go. Is that a weenie dog?
Oh, yeah, he's a Dachshund Yorkie.
Okay, now we got a Chiweenie, so it's a Chihuahua. It's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. So it's a long-legged weenie dog. Oh, they're the greatest dogs ever. So
he's a pistol. He's got an 80-pound golden doodle too, and that one hangs from his ears.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So what have you done? I haven't seen you I don't think, cooking as much of the ancillaries this year. I mean, did you just kind of say, hey, I accomplished what I wanted and I'll just do a few here and there? What have you had going on for 2023?
No, I hit it pretty hard the first of the, or not pretty hard. I mean, I did a lot of them up until May, and then Memphis and May, I've been busy.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been trying to finish up. I mean, I got a bunch of catering and stuff, events. Today I spent all day yesterday and today loading up the trailer for taking a 7-hour drive tomorrow for a catering for a cattle auction.
Oh, so, that's cool. Okay.
Catering's busy. I can't complain. Got to take it while I can.
Yeah. So, is it mostly barbecue that you do, or do you do some steaks, or do you do a little of both?
I do steak. I do barbecue, steaks. I do Italian.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of breakfast caterings and stuff like that. But Italian and Mexican and street tacos are probably my top runners right now.
Okay. What kind of trailer? You got a food truck or a food trailer?
I got a food trailer.
Okay.
Yep. And I got a commissary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That makes it nice.
So, and then I got the new catering trailer that I just built that I can cook out of. I can serve about 2,000 people out of it.
Wow. Now, is that the one that you and Matt kind of went together, this big beast, or is that something completely different?
Yeah, that's the Meat Lover's my own deal. I started it probably 2 years ago. I bought it. I bought it during COVID, and it was a 53-foot cattle pot, and it had been laid over. So my background is machine shop and welding, metal fabrication. Okay. So I called up the manufacturer before I bought it and be like, hey, I was like, I need this part, this part, this part. I go, how much are they? And surprisingly, I bought all the parts right before COVID, and I was like, this is cheap. So,
Yeah.
I was like,
You hit the jackpot.
And I was able to, and so it took me a couple years to get done, but it's finally done. And
that's good.
It's a cool piece. It's different. Nobody's ever done it before. And
so it's a 53-foot trailer.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
like a cattle hauler that you see going down the road.
Yeah.
It's got 2 slide outs on the driver's side. It's got an 8-foot slide out and a 10-foot slide out.
You put all that in?
Yeah.
Wow.
I cut all the second level and everything on it. I gutted the whole interior, and so I had to pretty much build a frame around the inside
to put
the
everything.
walls and everything.
Right. Wow.
And opened it up, and now it's just one big open air with, it's got commercial hoods in it and everything.
What kind of air conditioning you got in that thing?
It's got a lot of airflow.
I bet it does. It's probably got one of them big 18 kilowatt deadgum diesel generators on the front of it, doesn't it?
Actually, everything's LED and low power.
What about the air conditioners, though? You got AC on it, or
there ain't no air conditioner?
Oh my gosh!
I'm waiting for it.
Holy cow! I wouldn't be doing that in the deadgum summertime. You'd be burning up.
Believe it or not, it flows air really well.
That's good.
So, but it's got a CTO double wide in it. It's got a Rectech 2500.
Wow.
It's got a 6-foot live fire, and then I got a couple of spaces left open that I can take in and out different grills. Like I've got the M grill going to the cattle auction next tomorrow.
Right.
And we'll put it in there, but I got a flat top, a fryer. We can put jambalaya pots in there. So pretty much, I made it where I can interchange any cooking device at any time.
That's pretty awesome.
Man, I'd love to come cook with you one time.
Yeah.
I'm used to big machines like that. I love that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll be at the Royal.
That's going to be good. That's going to be. Yeah, 53 foot's a big trailer. We had a 50-foot car hauler when we did all of our drag racing, and it was a 50-foot, car hauler, and, big. It wasn't a stacker, it wasn't like an 18-wheeler. It was one long son of a gun. So I couldn't imagine 53 foot. That's a big, big rig. So tell me a little bit about the other rig that you and Matt has got going. I think Matt said y'all have about got that thing finished up or getting close to it. So tell us a little about that.
Well, that's it.
Is that the same one?
That's the big rig, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is the big one. Okay. Yep. So you'll have it at the American Royal?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. All right, so let's talk real quick. American Royal's coming up end of September, first week in October. We're going to still have the whole hog cook-off like we've had the last 3 or 4 years?
Yep, whole hog cook-off is definitely on track. I already met with American Royal, and Sunbelt's on board. Got a couple other great sponsors coming on board again. And, it's kind of the same game plan as always. Thursday night for the steak night, we are going to change it up a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to have the American Roll is on board for the steak cook-off this year and going to advertise it in their packages and so forth.
Good.
So
great.
That was great news because they've never advertised it. Everybody was just like, oh, I didn't know about it. So they're going to do that this year. So we're hoping to get 100, 150 people entered this year. We're usually around 80.
Yeah.
So shouldn't be too hard to beat.
And it'll be an SCA event.
Yes, it'll be an SCA event.
SCA event. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all been 70, 80 people, so I bet you're going to be 150 people. Y'all have enough judges for that?
Yeah, we'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it.
The good thing is...
I'll leave that up to Jim Alty.
Yeah, the thing is there's so many people there at the Royal.
Right.
It ain't like you can't go find some cooks. Hey, get your butt over here. I need a judge. So
Well, we're gonna divide it up into 2 groups this year. So if there's 150, it's going to be 75 and 75, depending on the number that you draw for your chip.
Right. Okay.
And the winner of both of those groups throws down in Meat Lover for the Grand Championship.
Wow. So
and Meat Lover is the 53-foot cattle pot.
So they can walk in that trailer, and are you gonna tell them what to cook, or then they've got to cook it? Okay.
Yep.
Man, I got to start practicing for that right now.
Daryl,
And then there's a little
Daryl,
surprise.
Daryl, you gonna go in there and you gonna get first place at that SCA, man? Is that what you-
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, he done got bowed up on all of us now. Man, you better go to the Royal and be practicing on your barbecue. So he's already, man. My name, I'm gonna be in that trailer. So that's
Remember,
hey,
well-rounded.
that's right. I love it. He's
Daryl,
confident.
We need to get Daryl over to be a judge for the whole hog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
That was fun. Yeah, I don't know if now last year I wasn't a judge, which I need to be a judge this year.
Yeah,
but
you
I
were
was
busy videoing.
I was videoing and still getting to eat everything, which I think I like that even better because I could just keep eating and eating. Everybody like, here, try some more. So sign me up for the commentary we'll stream it live on Barbecue Champs and we'll let everybody know a couple of days in advance and maybe even the weekend before we'll let everybody know it. Yeah, I had a blast. They really opened it up to me. I guess you said, hey, let him roll, but we had a really good time with it, man. I was steadily. I had more food than the judges had, but I'm telling you, some of the hogs were absolutely amazing. Eric's hog was phenomenal. I remember Eric's and Mark's and Matt's were the three that really stood out to me. I don't remember how they all finished, but they were very, very good. I mean, amazing. So. Yeah. Mike goes to bed too early to judge. That's right. Yes, Nathan's got that right. I got to get up early. So, but I don't know. It seemed like we got done with that pretty quick.
Yeah, because we got to serve dinner for 1,000 people that night too.
Right. Judging started like at 5 o'clock, didn't it? 5 or 5:30.
Yeah, it starts at 5.
5.
So we're done by 6:15. And then we break down the hogs and everything. And then
all the people start coming through.
Yeah, and then everybody starts coming through. I don't know if everybody knows Ken Hess, but Ken Hess brings his team in the past 3 years and makes sure everybody gets fed. He brings he shuts down his restaurant and brings his whole team to the American Royal Barbecue so they can have a vacation and experience the American Royal experience.
That's awesome.
And I give him props for that every year. And
where's his restaurant at?
I believe it's in Kentucky.
Oh wow! So he shuts it down and brings everybody there. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he brings everybody in town for it.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's great what he does. I saw Jamie Cooley popped in. I got a set of bull horns in the trailer that Jamie Cooley donated. That kind of sets the interior off a little bit. But
that's
he's
cool.
a good dude.
That's cool. Yeah, Jamie's cool. Yeah. Wow. Well, I tell you what, the American Royal is going to be a banging good time this year. We've been the last couple years, and I still haven't cooked a KCBS outside the American Royal. I just go there and I cook. I haven't. First time I ever went was in 2017. I had a 7th place pork, finished 19th overall in the Invitational. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good here. So I was happy. I had a 696.56 score, and I was thrilled to death. And I was like, man. And I think in the Open, we finished 90th out of 500 teams. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Had a 7th pork day 1, had a 23rd brisket day 1, had a 27th place brisket out of 500 day 2. Yeah, I was pretty happy for my first ever KCBS. So, yeah. And last year did pretty well last year in the Invitational as well. I think we finished 60th in the Invitation. I think there was 200 teams in it. So, you know, it's learning. I mean, I just kind of cook the same food. I mean, good food travels, and
exactly.
I don't change my flavor profile a lot. My brisket is even better now than what it had been. So brisket and ribs have just been killing it this year. So I'm kind of ready to go back up there and just do exactly what I've done and see what happens. So it's a lot of fun. And like Nathan said, I got to go to bed early. So, oh goodness, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's. I think I get up at 2, so maybe 3. It's earlier than what I want to get up. So
real quick on the SCA night versus the hog night. The hog night's always the fun, big party and everything, but the SCA night is getting a little bit of a twist to it this year too. Not only the throwdown in the trailer, but we all know Stretch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who doesn't
we all
know
Stretch as a band?
Yeah.
Well, Stretch is going to play that night at
really
the SCA steak event.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yes.
So
he's going to do about a 30 to 45-minute set, something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So will all the steak stuff be at the same night? It'll all wrap up. They'll have the cook-off on Thursday night. What time will that start?
Probably around 4, since we're going to do the throwdown in the trailer and everything.
Okay,
we'll probably start it just a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
and,
I think last time it started at 7 or something, didn't it? 6 or 7. Because I remember I did.
No, they were turning in. They were turning in, but Cook's meeting's always been like around 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that. I think I don't know. It was last year before last. Brett let me call the tickets, and we did that. That was pretty cool. So they let me call the numbers and stuff, and
that's probably a good thing Brett did that.
Yeah. Does Brett mess up on the number sometimes? Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Get yourself some drums and you can go to sleep. Nope. Nope. I'm sticking. I ain't changing nothing. My offset's working, but I got Roto Jr. going round and round and round and round. And them meats just keep chasing themselves. They get tired out and so tender and like, heck, put it in the box. So. Oh, goodness. Well, we're going to look forward to that. I'll have to go over there and see if I can help out any with the SCA stuff. That's going to be a blast. And
let me know if you want to set up your podcast and stuff during the day. We'll have some cool stuff going on. And
Yeah. I'll make some time, especially maybe for the SCA stuff. I may at least get over there and call that if they need some help with that. And then definitely put me down. I think everybody really enjoyed us doing the live filming. We had quite a few people watching the whole hog stuff. So that was pretty cool to kind of hear them, how they're describing what they did to the judges. So they're seeing all that. And then I would taste it and like, oh my God, this is just freaking amazing, so it was all good food. It really was.
Yeah, they put a lot of work into it. Mark Lambert, I mean, all those guys. Robert Smith can't make it this year.
Yeah, he told me he couldn't make it.
There's a lot of good cooks there. I mean, they're all. I mean, just about every one of them's a world champion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
they all are. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, Stretch is the only one that hasn't won it, but Stretch's entertainment's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just got to hear his story of where he all came from, Egypt.
Yeah. The last year's was crazy. Like going Stretch. You're so crazy, dude. He is awesome. Really, really awesome. It's gonna be cool that he's gonna be playing. Oh goodness. Stretch, he's got the hair. He's been on the Food Network several times with Guy Fieri. So anyway. I may have missed it. Any new seasonings? All right, any new seasonings coming from Wild Aces? I think I saw somebody post something about this, that y'all do got some new stuff coming out.
Yeah, we got the pork rub is out now.
Okay.
Got the marinade, the pork rub, and the steak rub, and it's kind of an AP, but it's we call it the Four Queens.
Okay.
And it'll be out here hopefully within the next month.
That'll be good.
Waiting on the production date. Hopefully have that tomorrow, and we'll see where it goes.
That's good. I know Matt said, he's got some things coming with you, and y'all been kind of keeping it under. He said, "Don't say nothing." I said, "No, I ain't gonna say a word, man."
Yeah, it's been fun, but it's just, I mean, it's like everything else. I mean, everybody that is in the sauce and rub business, I mean, it takes time, and I mean,
to get it right and get it developed, get a co-packer, get somebody who can do all the shipping for you. It's not easy about doing any of it.
It is.
Yeah, it really is. Well, man, that is great. I'm looking forward to seeing you again at the Royal, and good luck on the rest of your season and all your catering. Sound like you really got the catering stuff going down. So
yeah, it's busy right now. This is the time of the year it's just busy.
Yeah. Do you have any help? You got a bunch of people help you?
I got a couple of staff. I got a lot of part-time staff.
That's good.
And then I'm traveling to Omaha, or not Omaha, but McCook, Nebraska next weekend.
Right.
For tomorrow, and doing and I hired a lot of local staff up there. Got on there.
I know an incredible female manager. If you need to somebody to help you out, let me know. And
he's shaking his head now.
Yeah, she's very good, very detailed. She keeps most people pretty straight, and she probably could help you out. So,
hey, not gonna happen.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
And she knows where the trophies go.
That's right. She knows. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Oh, goodness gracious alive. Man, that was hilarious. Oh, man alive. Let's see. I got a question for Is Daryl going to have a cooking class in the near future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, he's working on it. That's
You
it.
told them you were going to have a class on how to holler when they win.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
We need to
dance.
get we need to get you and James Jason Sagmiller together for that. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
So
That's what he was going to do.
oh goodness. What will the ancillary be at the American Royal? I may have missed it.
Everybody seemed to like the dessert. I mean, the strawberry deal last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'll probably be around the same dessert.
I got
Okay.
a fourth place with that one.
Yeah.
Do what?
Heck yeah.
I said I got fourth place with that.
There you
I remember
go.
that.
There
Yep.
you go. No.
Now I'm still waiting on my smoker.
No. Who got fourth place? Who got fourth place?
She got fourth place. but I'm
Okay,
still
there we
waiting on
go.
my smoker.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit's due. I don't see you being the dessert cooker. I see you being the dessert eater because you're so well-rounded.
I'm well-rounded.
Well-rounded. So, I mean, you give her credit. Let her cook the dessert because, we know. Yeah, okay.
Hey, it's a team effort.
That's it. There we go. That's it. So the strawberry was good last year. Yeah, I heard it was really good. So
Hey, Craig, what's your favorite ancillary category to cook?
Probably appetizer.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably. I mean, it's the most creative because
yeah,
appetizer is tough. It's such a wide
range.
A lot of people know me for I go really extravagant at the shed with my drinks. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't care. I mean, I don't make the rules. The shed does.
Right.
I just follow them and I try and break them.
That's it. That's
But I love doing Bloody Marys and margaritas.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good.
appetizers are always good, and
Yeah.
I like the drinks because you can go big with them. But a lot of people are starting to go smaller with them, which I've actually scaled down last year with my drinks and started going smaller and elegant, and actually started winning more with my drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sometimes they can get a little
Yes.
over the top, when you have 3 Wagyu hamburgers, 4 slabs of beef ribs, a skewer of 25, grilled shrimp, a ribeye steak, that's
On the chin to top it off.
that's it. You got this tomahawk, 50-ounce tomahawk steak stabbed down through it. You don't even know where to start. Yeah, some of them I've seen are just like, wow, and then on top of that, it's got a piece of cheesecake at the top of it for your dessert. So.
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious.
this year,
my first year doing the shed, and he was like, "We're gonna do the Bloody Mary." I was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "Oh, this is not about the Bloody Mary."
No.
Yeah, but it is. In your defense, you got to make it taste good.
Yeah.
Because if you can make it simple and elegant and still have a great perfect appearance score. But it better be good.
Yeah. It's gotta
And
be
if
good.
you don't have and I learned that 3 or 4 years ago at the shed, and that's when I concentrated. I changed my whole Bloody Mary game as far as
you make
ingredients,
Right.
and so forth. I mean, it
Yeah.
it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks it's all about the presentation. It's just, I mean,
That's eye candy.
if I want to
Still-
spend $500 on my presentation and somebody else wants to spend 50, that's
Right.
fine. I mean, as long as it looks good, and
Right.
you can make a $50 margarita or Bloody Mary look beautiful.
Very good. Yeah, absolutely.
I chose to go overboard.
Yeah. You think?
It's
I've
worked
seen-
out.
I've seen some of them like going, look at this thing. I wouldn't even know where to start. So,
Oh, wait till this year. I've already got the shed dialed in.
oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
It'll be a first.
I've got to go down to the shed this year.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I haven't been yet. I got to go down there
Yeah,
for
you
that.
need to go, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You tell them about the one we did.
Oh, goodness gracious. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, Craig, I'll let you wrap it up. What have you got? Any sponsors? Anybody you want to talk to?
Thanks, Ace as well, Matt. It's been fun so far, and can't wait to see what the future brings.
Okay.
White Lightning, Boars Night Out. Those guys are solid, and they're some of my best friends.
Yeah.
GW, David.
There we go.
Thank you.
There's David.
Appreciate everything.
Yeah.
B&B Charcoal, the
Okay.
best there is.
Yeah. Got some good stuff.
Miller Lite
Yeah.
and B&O.
There we go.
Got the B&O cookies.
There
And
you
the
go.
weenie dog.
There you go. And the weenie dog.
Yeah, and the weenie dog. Yep.
Weenie dog's what holds it together. So that's awesome. Well, Greg, we wish you the best of luck, man. We really appreciate you taking the time to come on and hearing a little bit about your journey and getting us up to date on all the stuff we can expect for the Roll this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
it will be.
No doubt. All right, Daryl, Miss Latricia, y'all up.
I'm gonna let the boss lady take it over.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yep, mic drop. I did all my stuff. All right, Latricia, let's let the real manager of Sweeties and the real cook of Sweeties tell us everything.
She actually did a little more talking than you, Daryl.
Yeah, quite a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really thought Daryl was going to just be over the top, take over the whole show, and he's just been kind of chill. So, yeah.
He's different like this. I know it's weird, but he is. Yeah. But no, I guess first and foremost, I want to make sure we thank Bill for even telling us about the cook in New Mexico because we didn't know about it. And so him just, we were just having a casual conversation about stuff and he mentioned that one to us. And when Sweetie heard it, he was like, we're going.
It's going. That's it. We're going. Yep. Clear the schedule.
Yeah. So, big thanks to Bill for that.
Roll Oak.
Roll Oak.
Roll Oak.
Our charcoal sponsor. Everything, so that's good. Yep.
That's good. That's good. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. Sweetie, I'm super happy for you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
You know it. So anyway, well, I hope everybody's enjoyed our show tonight. We've had two great guests, a lot of fun, and we got a little sneak peek of what's coming up with the Roll. Be watching out for this big man here, Mr. Daryl and Latricia at the Jack this year, and he's going to be going to the American Roll. He's bringing it, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Don't sleep on me.
Don't sleep.
I'm gonna surprise you.
That's right. he may be working up something as a surprise. You just may not even know about it. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun, whatever the case. That's right. That's right. I'm well rounded. Don't count me out. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Next weekend, once again, our 4-year anniversary is next Wednesday, June the 28th. We're going to have a huge show for you on June the 27th. I think that's the right dates, if I recall. Maybe I ought to go look at my calendar here. Let's see. June the 28th is on a Wednesday. So we're going to have our podcast the day before our 4-year anniversary for Barbecue Champs Academy. From the bottom of my heart, I see a lot of folks that's taken our classes and done incredibly well. We definitely feel like we have changed the game of barbecue and state competitions. And that was the envision 4 years ago, was to make this sport grow. And we certainly think we have done pretty well. We've got some great barbecue pit masters and state grill masters that have spilled the beans and showed everything they're doing. And they have done an amazing job. I've got an amazing film crew that's behind us. And I hope everybody's enjoyed the content that we put out. Fingers crossed, we've got another big barbecue class coming out. Hopefully this coming Sunday. We're going to try to get it launched before our 4th anniversary. I think you're going to like who we're bringing in, and be looking forward. We're going to have the Brady Bunch house where we've got everybody in the box, and we're going to try to get 8 or 10 of our barbecue champ cooks and barbecue pit masters and state grill masters on for next week. And just open it up. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good party. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all our listeners. And as we always say, y'all go out there, have a lot of fun, and smoke on.